I am Professor Vinster, and welcome to Jurplastic World.
Hey, how you doing? The professor here. Well, we started another project. This isn't as big as I want it to be. This is going to be a smaller one, and I've got an actual other muskie that is being bent. Well, it's not being bent, but it's being printed bent. So this one here is pretty well straightforward other than a curve up the back. Anyway, I figured a good way to glue them together. I've already glued this one by standing them up like that and gluing it, finding the hole. It's pretty tricky to find exactly where it goes, but I think I did a pretty good job. If you've done this before, you'll know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so what we're going to do, again, with the pipe fittings that I make, I love to do this. I put the cap inside there, and then I find out exactly where it is. Come on. See here. Let's make sure. There we go. So we'll put that in there like that. I don't know if you can hear. This is Vinster shredding some papers. But anyway, I don't know if you'll hear that or not, but if you can, great. Now let's see if we can line this in. Okay. Makes a neat way to work on things. As soon as I get it there. More threads to go. And we're almost there. We can actually put it right there. Now, where do we want to put that? Okay. So right there like that. And then what I'll do is I'll lower it down when I'm ready. Well, in this printer right now, actually, let me pick this up gently and roll this around into here. And you'll see that this is the tail being printed. So there's the other piece being printed. And now we can roll this back around because these are magnetic and put it back around that there. So once we get that, also before we do, again, this is what I used. This stuff is really thin, so you have to watch you don't spill it into spots that you don't want it, because once it's there, it's pretty well there. And I've got a spot here that I've got to clean up. See, I've marked where it goes roughly. There's a bit of a ridge here, so that shows where the body has to go. And there's a bit of a ridge here. Now, I'll have to sand the other piece and this piece here to take that little ridge off, and then be able to put the other piece together with it. That back there. This makes a great tool. So what I'll do is I'll lower this down, and then we'll go down to the point where I put it right down to there. And then when the tail comes, I can put the tail right on. We've got a few more minutes for the tail to finish. So for now, we'll do 2 more seconds, and then we can work on the tail. Okay. The tail is done. Let's see if we get. I don't know if we just. There we go. There. Yeah, that can go back in the machine. Okay. All right, so there's the tail. And we'll bring the bench back down. Right down to the bottom. Now, does it go like that? No. It's like that. Right like that. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to give it a bit of a filing. First of all, I'm going to put my glasses on. Here's some high spots. Doing that backwards. All right, so that goes like that. This one's easier, or will be easier. Yeah. All right. So this time let's go around with this, like that. Yeah. And then we'll put it on like this. Like this. All right. Okay. And hopefully we have it to the point where it will be perfect. All right, let's give that a squirt and make sure that that's where we want it. It looks good. I think it looks really good. Hopefully it's spinning along when it should be. Okay, so I think it's good. Well, that's set. Once that sets up, we'll be able to rotate it. Once it's set up, we'll be able to check to see how the glue job went. Like that. Okay, so I think we're not too bad. I'll pump that back up so that it brings it up so you guys can, oop, there you go. So you guys can see it. There you go, bring it up. It's on kind of a jack bench. So there we go. Now let's make sure that this is tight. What if we go around one more time? Let's go around one more time. There we go. That'll put it tighter. There we go. That'll do it. Maybe we can zoom in a bit too here. Where's our controls? We zoom in. Okay. There we go. Let me move that back. Now what I want to show you on this guy here. So I'll turn him around. Just like the bass I did. Check this out. There you go. There you go. Maybe I'll zoom in there. Do that. Check that out. Look at the teeth. Now what? Zoom that back around. Zoom that back out. There you go. So there's the start of this fish. Now I'm going to be doing some puttying. I use this putty here. It's like a Wood Pro for indoors on white product, well, white stuff that I'm working on. I'll show you roughly how I do it. Check the, and try to get it right in the spots without getting it in every into the weight. Yeah, you can use just watch it from here. Watch it from here. I won't walk it from there, but I use one of these sticks that I need. Getting it in there. There you go. That pops it down into that. Okay. And you can just take off the let's zoom in on that. We'll zoom in on that and I'll adjust that so you can see that. And move that forward. And what I'll do is I'll do another part. Here. Push that in. Yeah, that's something. There you go. Once it's sanded, piece. There you go. So there's the idea. So I'll be able to seal that up with no problem. Let me zoom back up. And there's our fish again. So as we get going, I love the mounting, the way I've mounted on there to work on things. And same with the eyes. Once I start working on the eyes, stuff like that, I'll be able to just sit here, work on the eye, make these up for each one of them, the models, so they hook into the back, and just keep one of these on my stand so that I can do this.
Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.